Right, so on this video I'm going to show you a few little tricks to quickly edit a scene like this where you've got a massive dust bunny. That's actually a piece of brush from an Arctic butterfly which fell off into my camera. The levels, well, horizon's not very level either. So let's do that first. So let's pop into the develop module, hide that at the bottom, and I'm going to hide this on the left side so we've got as much viewing space as we can. So to get it level, but Lightroom's got a cool setting called level. There you go, it's some lens corrections. Now if you don't trust it, and I sometimes don't, you can go to the crop tool, press the R key, and then it's got an angle here, it's called the straighten tool, and then you can click on the horizon at one spot and then draw a line along the horizon to there. See? So what I did manually there and what Lightroom did were different. So I think I got it right and it got it wrong. Whilst we're still in the crop tool, I think we've probably got a little bit too much sky there, and I want to get the ends of these a little bit more on the third. So I'm going to press my shift key to keep the crop the same shape because it's 3x2. So you press the shift key and just drag from this corner, it always stays the same kind of shape. So I'm looking at this track here. I'll show you what I'm looking at. This track here, so it comes out the corner. You've got these bales here, so they're on the third-ish, and the horizon, which is getting close to the third. Now I think I'm going to leave it there because I quite like where this tyre tread's coming to. So, and then you hit enter, so that's the crop done. So that's nice and quick, isn't it? You can use the auto to get close there on the auto level, and you can also use the level tool. Okay, so sky. I want the sky a bit more dramatic, so we've got the grad tool, and what you do to get just a sky like this is you probably click just above the horizon, or just on it, and just a tiny little dinky grad there. So now everything above is going to be affected by our changes, everything below is going to be left alone. So let's go for preset clarity. So you can see straight away we've got quite a lot more punch in there. And I'm just going to maybe lower the exposure a little bit so you can see a lot more texture coming out of that. But it might start to look a little bit fake if it goes too dark, so you can always add more highlights. And a bit of contrast. So just to show you what's happened, you've got a little toggle switch here, so before and after. And guess what, you can do the same thing the other way around. So if we click and then drag upwards this time rather than downwards, everything, sometimes it dances around a little bit, there we go, everything below is going to be affected and everything above is going to be left alone. So let's go, maybe this time for saturation, let's make it a bit more colourful down here. Look at that. Let's try dehaze, a new slider. So this kind of, it's like a mega contrast from what I can see. There we go. And let's make the whites a bit brighter. Maybe bring the shadows up a little bit, just make it look a little bit more summery. And all of a sudden you've got a completely different shot there. So if we switch the, so that's what we had, and using two grad tools we've separately edited the top and the bottom. It's quite a cool way of working. Once you've done that you can click close and then you're back to your normal sort of things. Now you probably don't need to do a lot with these global settings because you've already done it with the grad, but you know, you maybe want to just slightly tweak things. I mean, slightly tweaking the shadows and the highlights, a bit of clarity, the overall sharpening, you might want to do a bit of that, and maybe a bit of noise reduction, though this is on a clear day on a tripod, so it's probably ISO 100 and noise free. Let's have a quick look at the cloud. Yeah, no noise there, that's cool. Profile corrections, yeah, I can do that. And wouldn't be a landscape if I didn't put a vignette on it, would it? Not a lot on a sunny day, but just enough to. So I'm just taking the amount down to -19, midpoint quite small at 21, feather 100, and there you go. That's just a really quick, simple way of getting a cool sky and separately creating the foreground. Oh, obviously we've got a massive dust bunny there, so I'll just see what happens with the healing tool. So I'll draw down it. It's not done the best job there, has it? But it's quite a wide brush I've used, so if I add a bit more feather it'll soften those edges a little bit. You can see it's poking through there. Well, that's gone. If we press done and then look back at it, you can hardly tell it's again, if you wanted to do it in a slicker way, you'd open up Photoshop, because that's much better at doing things like that. I'm just going to get rid of a couple of dust bunnies I can spot with my eye, and that's done.